have a bath. The ideal bath is different for everyone. For me, it'll be a bit of bubble bath perhaps. I will have my laptop sitting on the toilet so I can watch something on the telly while I'm in there. Sometimes a bag of Maltesers, but you've got to eat them fast because they melt. I've even been known to have a pot noodle in the bath. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah, do it. Have a bath and you get clean, which is good. I'm going to reference Friends again, but do you remember that episode where Joey and Phoebe are saying there's no such thing as a selfless good deed? And in a way they're right. Obviously it's great to do nice things for people anyway. I hope you're doing that anyway, just naturally. But if not, make a point of doing something for someone else, and I can guarantee it will make you feel happier knowing that you've made someone else happier. It can be a simple thing. You could just text them saying something nice, something comforting, something encouraging. You can buy a really token gift and send it to them in the post and surprise them. Perhaps you can offer to babysit their kid if they've got a kid, or take their dog for a walk if they're feeling ill. Anything, it could be small or big, but it's a great thing to do. And on that note, volunteering is another thing. I was watching this documentary on happiness. Doing charity work and volunteer work is one of the best things to do in terms of your own happiness. And of course, the difference you can make to other people's lives is immeasurable. So if you've got time to do this, or whatever time you've got spare, try and do something like this, and I can guarantee it will make you feel great and you'll be doing something awesome for someone else. Apparently a bad commute is a big reason for people being grumpy and being a bit down. So if there's any way you can make your commute, I don't know, less hellish, or reduce it in time or whatever, then do it. It's impossible for me to reduce my commute at the moment, and I've got to admit it really gets me down because of rush hour and not getting seats and that sort of stuff. But if you can make the time that you're on the train or the bus more, I don't know, productive, then that's got to be a good thing. Maybe you could write letters to old friends. You can write your to-do list and bucket list perhaps. An e-book, listen to your favourite music on your earphones, anything like that that just makes it a bit more bearable. Enjoy nature. We take for granted how beautiful the world is and our surroundings and nature in general, so it's a really great idea just to go out and just look at things in a new way, actually take notice. Perhaps taking photographs of things will make you do that more because you're looking at things as an art form. And this leads me on to another thing, go for a walk. We're not always up for, you know, full-on exercise, but going for a walk, getting some fresh air, clearing your head, just a change of environment. If you're working in an office or you're working from home, it can get a bit stagnant, a bit like cabin fever, so get out in the fresh air. You might come back with a new perspective, new ideas, or just feel a bit more relaxed, so that's always a good thing. This leads me on to exercise. Obviously we're always told that exercise is great for releasing those good hormones, those happy hormones or chemicals or whatever it is. But if you're like me, the thought of going to the gym is not something that makes you happy. But there are so many great kind of active things you can do that don't seem so much like hard work. I've got a hula hoop in the shed that I sometimes have a little hula on. You can go rollerblading or skateboarding. Perhaps you and your mates can go to a one-off fitness class and do some Zumba and do some boogieing there. Perhaps you can go and play some badminton or do the climbing wall that's at your local leisure centre. Anything, it doesn't have to be something epic and impressive, it can be just something a bit more fun. Appreciating what you've got is a big thing. We can get so bogged down with what we don't have and what we want and what we think we need and what someone else has got that we forget how many amazing things we have in our lives. I mean, think about the people you know, the things that you've done, the people you've seen, the places you've seen, the stuff you've achieved, and if you want, even some of the possessions that perhaps you love as well. And more importantly, if you've got your health, that's an amazing thing too. So just make sure you remind yourself, you know, that you're reasonably lucky and some of the great stuff you have. Even write it down, you know, in list form if that helps you. But make sure at the end of every day, even if it's been a tough day, think, well, that was bad, but this happened and that happened and I had that and I saw that. drink lots of water. Self-explanatory. It helps everything in the body work better. If you're fully hydrated, you have better energy levels and therefore more likely to be happier. Learn to say no. This is something I've battled with a lot over the years. If you're a people pleaser and generally like to make people happy and you don't like rocking the boat or upsetting people, you'll find yourself saying yes to things all the time. And that can put you in a position where you're spending all your life doing things that don't make you happy just to keep other people happy. It is lovely to do things that maybe don't come easy to you or that involve you going out of your way for someone else. I'm not saying you shouldn't be kind to people and go that extra mile now and again, but don't get yourself into the position where your life revolves around only making other people happy, because that will affect you in the long run and you won't be happy and that will show. So just strike that balance. We're always told to be yes people and to go for things, and that is true as well, but just strike that balance. In a sense, everything is about balance. Talking about balance, Anastasia and Hannah Snowden have written a book about these sorts of issues, and positive thinking, mindfulness, and just ways to lead a happier, kinder, more peaceful life. So make sure you buy that or check that out if you can. Spending times with animals and stroking animals is also great for your happiness levels. Unfortunately, I'm not in the position to have a full-time pet because of the housing situation and my job and that sort of thing. But there are ways around that. So if you've got a friend that's got a dog, offer to give it a walk or look after it. If not, there's an amazing site called borrowmydoggy.com which I use, and I now have 3 dogs in my life who I love to bits and who love me back. And that's the thing with dogs in particular, they have this unconditional love and they just show it to you all the time, and it just makes you feel lovely. I can't recommend it enough. Best thing I ever did. Oh, I missed him. So that's about it. There's obviously loads of other ways, but hopefully some of those tips will help some of you out. Let me know how you get on and if you've got any others that you can share with the other viewers on YouTube. Speak to you soon and sending you lots of happiness and love.